myself, to myself, because like that I don't need to burden people if they don't want to hear my thoughts. And I'm assuming, though I don't know you, that you're here by choice, and therefore maybe you would like to hear my thoughts, not necessarily. See how you feel. Feel free to leave. Honestly, like logically. But yeah, I need to probably talk a bit faster because my phone probably can't handle the storage that is required for me to speak at the pace that I would probably like to. But anyway, yesterday I was feeling a bit inspired and I recorded a little podcast conversation thing, whatever you want to call it. But um, things didn't really align, and I think that is not a great way to start these kind of conversation episodes. So what I'm gonna do instead, I just don't think it was the topic to start these episodes off with. So I have my love here, my journal that was given by a very dear person to me, and I've almost filled it up. I'm working on sorting it through because yeah, I need to sort through it. Anyways, the point is I'm gonna, because I don't know what topic I want to talk about. I'm not feeling incredibly passionate about anything in this current moment. Therefore, I'm just gonna open whatever page falls out and I'm gonna read whatever thoughts I land on. So for example, I landed on this and I'm just gonna read it, and then based on what it says, maybe it'll give me inspiration to talk about something else. Okay. So anyways, terrible. Okay, well, quite personal, I guess. Anyways, to fall in love, but in one night, before the night allows itself all its secrets. It stayed as young and undefinable as age, something not worth the time of missing, but for once you let yourself indulge in the lack. How beautiful under the candlelight. You can move the chair a little closer. Little empty phrases with no reaction. Nostalgia and her favourite partner in crime, time, will write itself a little story of perfected nighttime dreams. It awaits itself, expected, at a further platform, a further page. Love turns sweeter, riper, matures on further pages with past time without you. Is love always better as a taste? I'm gonna stop there. I hope my tits aren't falling out. Be right back. I'm now realizing this maybe isn't the best environment to try and do a podcast. There's like humans about, but I guess who cares, right? And I guess it looks like really narcissistic to be like filming yourself in the wild wilderness. But you know, anyways, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm liking this aesthetic. Just lying in the sun and yeah, I guess I'll talk not too long. But based on what I just, like, based on that little passage, is love always better as a taste? Not me questioning my own thoughts, but yeah, anyways, this is like all I ever do. I'm also like, should I be doing something better with my time rather than questioning old thought patterns and how to live and why am I doing the things that I am? But anyways, I'm satisfied for now. Basically, I had to like take a little pause and gather my thoughts because I don't think life and love is something that I'd want more than just a taste. Um, there's something beautiful about the fact that you don't have something that you really want. It's just the stupid little nature that humans in humans is that is the nature of like always wanting something that's uncaptured and free. And I guess love was always that for me. Always seeing it, I don't know so much in movies, but more like around me, and somehow convincing myself that it's something I really wanted slash needed. Because I guess I couldn't give that to myself, or at that time I didn't even realize that you could give something that you wanted to yourself. I like being in the humble energy of solitude. Um, yeah, I enjoy wanting love, and yeah, more so I enjoy wanting it, and I enjoy watching it from a distance, but never having it. I enjoy my solitude now. After years of not having it, um, it just feels more comforting having this like quiet space that's your own, that's always your own, and like watching quietly other people being in love, but and being happy for them. But I don't think I'd want that for me, not at this point in my life. And I don't see what that could possibly give. But it is crazy how it's always painted from like social media to films to anything as if it's something that it's almost like indispensable and in your life, like you cannot. It is true that you need another person in your life, just any person in your life, to develop as a human being, but it doesn't mean that you absolutely need to get into romantic relationships for that to happen. Anyways, I'm going off topic, but I guess I like it when people ask me, "Have you ever been in a relationship?" and you say no, and then and they're like, they're still processing the fact that you've never been in a relationship like 30 minutes later. I like that. I don't know why I like that, but I do. Um, I just like being humble. I feel like I would be very spoiled if I had a bit of everything in my life. So obviously something has to be not there to appreciate something when it does arrive. So like if we're taking love, I don't think I've lived yet exactly the type of romantic love that I want to live, but I have faith and I know that one day it will happen, and I just know. I used to panic and be like, am I not worthy of love? Am I capable of love? Like all this shit. And now I'm just like, I know I'm capable of love. I know what I can give because I've given it to myself. And I don't need to prove that by getting into a relationship right now to prove something to myself, to others. None of that. Like, you just be in your little bubble, enjoy your bubble wholeheartedly because really that's all you can do, you know? But yeah, I think I wouldn't. I've tried to imagine myself being in a relationship and it's all cutesy and cuddly, but then I open my eyes and then I realize like that's not even what I want. It's only like the concept that attracts me, but not actually the reality of it. Not for now, at least. I don't really see the point in it. Like, what has it given me that I haven't given to myself already? That is a little bit close-minded to think, because of course I'm aware that there's lots of self-development that goes on in romantic connections. I get that, but something about being captured by being exclusive in a relationship is just like not the vibe for me. I've had like tiny tastes of getting closer to experiencing the love that I would like to experience, but I've always like asked the universe for a sign, and it's always said no, and I always take it. I guess this is a topic that used to interest me so much. I used to walk around and be like, why do people want love? Like, why do I want love so much? Like, why is it the one thing that's on my mind? Why is it the most common thought? Now, I don't know what the most common thought is, because I typically ask people, well, I like asking people that I just meet, like, what's a common concept that you can't get your head around, or what's a thought that occupies your mind often. And for me, it was always love, and why do people crave it, want it so much, and why is that something that people can't, typically, I don't want to generalize, but typically aspire towards? And I guess, like, that's still something I can't get my head around, like the whole, why do people want to get into love, and why do people want to share their life with a lover? And for me personally, I know, for me personally, why at least, it's because I feel guilty for living this moment, living this life, and the beauty of it all by myself. Like, it feels very selfish, egotistical, and almost like not correct to allow yourself. It feels like to allow myself to enjoy something is to indulge, and even though it's not, it's, it's normal to enjoy. That's like, what else are we here for? Like, if not to enjoy the journey that we've been put on. But it's almost like I feel like I need a lover to give myself an excuse to be like, not the seagulls. It's almost like I need a lover to give myself an excuse to no longer feel guilty for allowing myself to enjoy life. I guess there's a guilt about existing, not like, I don't know where that comes from. I will one day figure out. I'm assuming somewhere from the narcissistic childhood brain that's very oversimplified when we're like kids, that comes to a conclusion based on one small situation, but that happens to you and you just assume, oh my god, like, nobody wants me, like, oh my god, and you like, and that sits inside you for a long time. But it's just a matter of fact. I know now it's not a sad thing, it's just, I know I feel guilty for existing, and I'm trying to work through that, not in a bad way, like, as in, like, I allow it to sit beside me rather than consume me now. It's not something I run from anymore, and I know that getting into a relationship is not going to fix that guilt. It's still gonna be there, like, just like imposter syndrome, just like self-doubt, insecurity, all the, like, not self-hatred, but I guess, self-hatred, negative, more emotions. You cannot really ever get rid of them, and to be honest, that's fine, kind of, like, they're gonna accompany you. If you befriend them, you're gonna be okay. Like, as long as you accept that they're there and don't let them, consume you, you're gonna have a party, just like, you know? Um, I'm in this moment right now. I love it, it's beautiful. But I still do have, like, every couple of seconds, my thoughts are like, they used to be a lot worse, but they used to be like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you not doing something productive? Why are you enjoying yourself? Who let you do that? Like, who are you to enjoy yourself? That's what my thoughts used to be like. I don't have them that often anymore, but when I'm enjoying myself, I do still stop every couple of seconds, and I'm like, I'm enjoying myself. I'm enjoying myself. It's kind of weird. Kind of. Boom. I'm still human. I was gonna say I'm still young, but I don't feel very young. I'm human. I'm gonna have these, like, funky little thoughts. But yeah, I realize, yeah, love is not gonna fix that. And I'm not about to abuse and use, like, it's kind of like a form of abuse if you're constantly searching, and eventually if you're so dead set on trying to find a relationship that will fulfill you, you will. But is it for the right intentions? Is it for giving and receiving unconditional love and being prepared to work through issues and difficulties together? Or is it just to satiate some hole within you, which most of the time, if you haven't thought these things through, it is like we want love for selfish reasons, which is fine. Humans are selfish, but at least recognize that before you start going on the hunt, I would say. I was deprived, I would say, of that, but for good reason. I was deprived of any chance of getting into anything remotely romantic when I was in teenagehood, when my craving and my desire for love was at its highest. And now I deprive myself of it because a flip happened, and instead of giving and trying to find external love to fix something within me or to validate my existence and make me feel okay for existing, I turned that in and said, okay, let me be in a relationship with myself and do and give myself exactly what I would be looking for a lover to give me, or what I would give to a lover, give to myself, you know? And yeah, it is nice. I don't want to flex about it. Um, but I guess, I think it's important to question why you want certain things. To find your intention and to fix that before you start fixating on getting something that you desire so deeply. Because I think desire can really take you down some dangerous paths that can be avoided if you stop yourself in a moment, like in a moment of questioning, in a moment of peace, and you question what's happening, what am I thinking, why am I thinking it, and what is my intention with all this. Because I imagine love is a beautiful thing. I've lived small moments of it, small tastes, to come back to my little piece. But a taste for me is enough. I don't crave a whole experience of it right now. I know one day I will experience more than just a taste still. Even if it lasts years and years, it's still a taste because it will finish eventually. But what is with you at the end of the day is still you, so you have to kind of automatically you have to prioritize you. That might seem egotistical, that might seem all sorts of things, but all you have is you, and not the identity of you, but you as a being, as an experience. Anyway, either way, because everything is not permanent and everything is temporary, love is automatically gonna be just a taste, no matter if it's for life. Because this lifetime is just a taste. I don't know how to express that. It's not, obviously, it's not, we're not here for infinity, We're just here experiencing whatever we're experiencing, and it is just a taste. So I guess everything within counts as a taste. So I guess love is just a taste. I'm just wondering why, when we get a small taste, why are we always kind of insatiable? Why do we want? This is just me pondering things. I'm probably not going to come to a conclusion because conclusions are better open-ended, in my opinion. Not that anybody cares about my opinion, but I'm just going to put it out there anyway. Yeah. Bisous.